Hello and welcome. In this video, I will briefly discuss the most basic aspects of Microsoft Excel, providing some definitions and basic explanations just to bring everyone up to speed before moving on to more advanced instructional videos. So to begin, Excel is a version of spreadsheet software. Every Excel file is called a workbook, and each workbook can have one or more sheets. Sometimes these are referred to colloquially as tabs. Each sheet presents a grid of little boxes called cells. And these cells are arranged in vertical columns and in horizontal rows. And you can select an entire column by clicking on the letter. You can select an entire row by clicking on the number. The columns are referred to by letters ranging from A all the way up to Z and beyond. Beyond Z, we get AA, AB, AC, etc., etc. The rows are numbered. The numbers get larger as you descend down a column, so each cell can be referenced at a unique location. For example, the top left cell is cell A1. To the right of this, you would find cell B1. Below that, you would find cell B2, and so on. So more than one cell can be selected at a time. For example, here I've selected 12 cells in a range A1 to A12. I can select another array across row 1 from A1 to H1. Or you can select a two-dimensional matrix, in this case from A1 to E15. Now, cells can contain more than one kind of content, more than one kind of data. Most commonly in Excel, either text or numbers. For example, I can type into cell A1 a column header, fake name. And in cell B1, I can type pocket money to make a table of what people have how much money in their pocket. Then I can enter or paste a series of names. And I can also paste or enter a series of numbers. In this case, I've made a table of 10 different people and the amount of money they have in their pocket. Now we can format these data. One of the most useful shortcuts is to automatically format the column width by double-clicking on the right-hand side of that column. This adjusts the width to accommodate the data. I can select the entire row 1 and make the headers bold. And we can use some preset formats. For example, I can format these numbers as currency by clicking here. I can even change the text to be a different color. Green for money. At this point, however, this is merely a table. And if this is all I wanted to make, I could probably do this even more easily in Microsoft Word. However, a spreadsheet is useful for its capacity to perform operations on text and numbers through the use of what we call formulas. For example, if I wanted to calculate the sum of all of this money, in this cell, that is B13, I'm going to enter a formula that will sum up everything from B2 to B11. To enter a formula, I go to the formula bar, type equals, and then choose one of the formulas in Excel, in this case sum. And the numbers that I'm going to sum, I can highlight on the screen, B2 to B11. Close a parenthesis, and I quickly have the sum of all 10 pockets. I can do the same thing to calculate the average amount of money in everyone's pocket. Equals average from B2 to B11. Perhaps I'd like to know who has the least amount of money in their pocket, the minimum. That's another formula. And maximum is also a useful formula. And I can continue formatting. For example, right justified. And you can also format by cell type. In this case, highlighting that the contents of these cells are the result of a calculation. Now, you could do all of this using a calculator, but the real advantage of a spreadsheet is your ability to reuse it, or the ease of reusing it. For example, we could enter different numbers every week. Perhaps one week, Nadine Lucier contributes more than 30 cents. Maybe they, on that week, have a lot more money. Excel instantly recalculates all of the statistics according to the formulas that we entered. In my line of work as a scientist, the ability to reuse a spreadsheet is particularly useful. If there's any calculation that I need to perform more than once, I would prefer to make a spreadsheet and to use it to perform all of the calculations the same way every time. To me, this saves a lot of time and it avoids errors.